Glory be to Jesus. We thank him for his mercy. We want to continue, and we are looking at practical examples. There was a parable Jesus gave. It's a very popular one. We call the parable of the Good Samaritan. In Luke chapter 10, I want to read from verse 29. It says, "But he, wanting to justify himself, said to Jesus, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor?" Take note of this question. Who is my neighbor? Verse 30. Then Jesus answered. So one question, Jesus is coming to explain the question. Who is my neighbor? And Jesus answered and said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, who stripped him of his clothing, wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Verse 31. Now by chance a certain priest came down that road, and he saw him and passed by on the other side. Why would the priest pass on the other side? Because if the priest passed on the side where the woman was lying half dead, he would have had compassion. In order to avoid a trigger of compassion, he went the other side. That's what we do. I don't want to look, so I feel compassion. So a priest passed by. Verse 13. Likewise, a Levite, a scholar, and one from the family of priests, arrived. When he arrived at the place, came and looked and passed by on the other side. None of them wanted to trigger compassion. Verse 33 says, but. I love it when the scripture says, but a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was. He came where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion. When he saw him, he had compassion. People try to take their eyes off so they don't have to look. When he saw him, he had compassion. So he went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, and he set him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. Now, compassion is what you feel in your innermost being. And what is mercy? Mercy is pity in action. So the two, the priest and the Levite, they had compassion, but it was not triggered because they didn't want to look. They saw a half-dead person, but they didn't want to look. Compassion is what you feel. But if that compassion is not acted on, it's not actionable, it doesn't deliver mercy. So you can have compassion and it will remain a feeling, but compassion in action is what we call mercy. So our prayer is that we will move into action beyond what we feel. So that you don't get, there are some people who don't want to see, because when you see, it will trigger an iota of compassion. And when you have compassion, you may move into action, and the action will cost you something, and that is what people are avoiding. It takes a sacrifice to move from compassion into action and deliver mercy. But I'm praying that you will not remain at the level of compassion. You will see, you will trigger compassion, and that compassion, you will take it into action. You sacrifice, because to deliver mercy, just as it cost Jesus to go die and give you mercy, it must cost you something. It will cost you your time. It will cost you your resources, just like this man did. I pray that the same grace will come upon you. This is Pastor Nemado, and God bless you.